Hey everybody, welcome back to Joe and Tell. I am Joe, and it has been way too long since I've done one of these pipe videos. I know I've shown you guys, I think it's one of my most recent pipes, my Meerschaum, but I haven't actually smoked it with you yet. I have smoked it several times on my own, but I thought I'd fire it up. Here it is. And I have some Baren Symphony in it. And I've got some thoughts on it now that I've had several smokes with it. You can start to see it's starting to patina a little bit around the rim and stem here. But let me get this lit, and we'll talk about Meerschaum pipes. We've had some really nice weather lately, and so couldn't pass up the opportunity to come out here and make a video for you guys. Not to mention that I have an excess amount of free time here recently, not by choice, so that's a thing. You know, those job things get in the way of doing the stuff you like making videos and all that other junk, but they pay the bills, so they're kind of important. But now I have some free time, so I'm making a video that doesn't pay the bills. I got some gunk on my, just now I got some, I don't know if it's tobacco or what on my pipe. What the heck? Anyway. Meerschaum pipes. This is the only Meerschaum pipe I own. And like I said, I know I showed it to you guys when I got it. But one thing I didn't notice is that there's this little pattern in there. I don't know what that's for, other than just decoration, or maybe it's like the carver's kind of stamp or signature. But this is the AKB Meerschaum smooth bent billiard from Smoking Pipes. The first thing that comes to mind, or my mind, when I think of a Meerschaum pipe is what the heck is it? What is Meerschaum? And I did some research. I'm going to consult my notes here. Apparently, you know, as I'm sure most of you know, it's a soft, lightweight mineral that is porous and allows the absorption of the tobacco oils into the pipe, causing it to color and patina in a very unique way. And like I said earlier in this video, you can I don't know if you can see it on there, but you can kind of see some of that patina happening, especially around here, and there's a little bit on the top there. So yeah, it's a material they get and carve pipes out of. They've been doing it for a long time. Not to be confused with Missouri Meerschaum. This is a totally different thing. That's all corncob pipes. The story goes that the guy that was making the corncob pipes, because they put like a plaster wash on the corncobs, I think, so they've got like a white appearance and coloring, and somebody said, hey, that looks like a Meerschaum pipe, and so as a play on words, they decided to call it Missouri Meerschaum, which I actually have a video of. I took a factory tour of that place years ago, and on a trip, and it was really cool. I'll link a description to it, or I'll put a link to that video in the description if you guys are interested, but it's really cool, worth checking out. Anyway, that's corncob, so that's not what we're talking about. The next thing that came to mind when I was dealing with the Meerschaum pipes is, what is the AKB? Because there's another type, IMP. Like, what the heck is the difference between those two things? certainly the first thing I notice is that the price is different. The IMP prices are significantly higher, and the AKB prices are what I would call reasonable. But there's a reason behind that. Apparently, the IMP is like a workshop of carvers, like dedicated carvers, so that you know you're going to get a very, very high quality product, hence the price. So I think of that as like the primo Meerschaum pipes. Or I guess you could say IMP is important Meerschaum pipes, whereas AKB is more of a distributor of independent carvers. So the quality may not be there, and you might, I don't know, there might be some defects, something like that. It may not be as nice of a pipe, but the price point is much easier to swallow, at least for me. And I just did some searching. I came across pipemagazine.com, and one of the commenters was saying basically that's the difference between the IMP and the AKB. So if you want a primo Meerschaum, go with IMP. If you want something just to be like, this is my first Meerschaum, I didn't want to drop a couple $100 on a Meerschaum pipe unless I knew I liked them. And so I got this guy. This was actually a gift from my wife for Christmas. So having said that, what's the difference in smoking? I honestly can't tell much of any difference in smoking a Meerschaum and a Briar. One thing that I do struggle with on this pipe is almost everything I smoke gurgles, and I will typically put a pipe cleaner in while I'm smoking, dry some of that up, but the way this pipe is made, I have to remove the stem to get a pipe cleaner all the way into the bowl, and I don't know if I'm allowed to do that when I'm smoking it. I know you can't do that with like Briar pipes unless it's like a spigot or a system or something. So that's a negative for me, is that it does tend to gargle on me, and I can't really get anything down in there to clean it out while I'm smoking it. I mean, if you guys know different, and you can take these out while you're smoking it, because maybe it doesn't expand or contract like Briar does. I don't know. But yeah, so that's one thing that I wish was a little different. But another thing too I've heard about is somebody saying about wearing gloves when you smoke it, so it doesn't alter the coloration. I don't know. That's a bit of bit too much work for me. I mean, if it's cold out, I'll wear gloves, sure. But yeah, and then somebody said something about re-waxing it. So I don't know anything about that. So if you guys know the maintenance of a Meerschaum, I guess I should just search that up. That would be smart. But I do know you don't want a cake. So unlike a Briar, you don't want any cake buildup on the inside. You want to keep that clean. I also know that you can smoke this repeatedly without giving it rest like you do with a Briar. Like a Briar pipe should have like, what, 12 or 24 hours of rest between smokes. And and this one comes with a groovy case, which most Briars do not. So I thought that was kind of fancy. Nice little case for this, which I keep it in when I'm not smoking it. But yeah, that's really pretty much all I've got about the Meerschaum. If you guys have any thoughts or experiences with a Meerschaum pipe, I'd love to hear about them. Because like I said, this is my first and only Meerschaum pipe. And I mean, it's been fine other than the gurgle. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts, and I look forward to hearing from you. So until then, if you'd like and subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in another video.